Wait.
Alrighty. Welcome to everybody to the 30-year anniversary greeting. 30 years, 3 decades.
Woo!
Get that up. So we just got a couple of questions, people might be wondering, I asking for y'all. Number one, what's been the hardest part of the marriage? 30 years, that's a long time. What's been the hardest part?
Ladies first.
What's been the hardest part for you, Mom?
The hardest part is one day at a time. Not to get anxious about tomorrow, not to be overly grieved or hardened by yesterday. One day at a time.
What's been the hardest part for you?
Hardest part for me is, I would say learning not to be so selfish. That's the hardest part for me.
Yeah. Okay. The second, which child, because I had a 3, which child were y'all the most anxious about coming? Like y'all felt, oh man, it's on the way.
All 3 had a lot of anxious moments because of your mother's health. Probably the most anxious one was Nia, the first one.
Yeah, first one.
Because there was no guidebook, no handbook.
Mm-hmm.
So, everything had to be perfect.
Yeah.
Everything had to be just right. And so then when Omari came, it's not the first rodeo. We know that he can survive this. He can survive that. And then when you came, there was a relearning process, Robert Charles, because we had a 10-year gap. So, but I would say Nia.
All right. So, when y'all first had the news of proposal, like what did y'all parents say, y'all close relatives? Like when Dad first popped the question or whatever, when y'all went back and told y'all family or went back and told your mom or your dad, what was their reaction? I'm gonna start with you, Mom.
There was a lot of encouragement. What was interesting to me was the 100% acceptance and approval from my mother and my stepfather. And that was a miracle. And I remember my stepfather's words, who was also named Charles. I remember him saying, I always wanted a son, and you walked in here with everything that I ever hoped for. And because that was just phenomenal for me. And my church, my pastor, his words of encouragement, I just felt a lot of support because your dad was so authentic. Just it was just about what those who I respected, they saw. And I felt comforted that this was the right thing to do between my parents and my spiritual father, Pastor Lance, and I remember Sister Lance just wanting to get it right. Do you see anything? Do you? And just the encouragement all the way around. So that was my initial.
All right, what about for you, Father?
It was interesting. Not because there was any negative reaction, was because when we got married, we eloped on this day. So we got married, but we didn't. My your granddad did not know we got married, and we had a ceremony later on in December. I think December 25th. We had the public ceremony. So that was probably the most interesting piece of it. My family, of course, accepted Lisa with no hesitation. I had a whole cadre of folk come down from Waco for the wedding. Of course, it was a little bit more difficult for the people in Pampa to come, but your grandmama loved Lisa right off the bat. So
your grandmother.
Yeah.
Yeah, your grandmama loved Lisa right off the bat. So
And your grandmother.
oh yeah, and my grandmother too. Like I said, I had a whole cadre, a whole crew come down from Waco. So so there was a lot of acceptance that way.
All right, last question.
Last question.
What's been the most memorable moment?
Oh wow.
This for anybody. Yeah, most memorable moment.
The most memorable moments.
Moment, not moments.
Moment. I gotta narrow it down to one.
Something that y'all went back and said, man, you remember that y'all say that constantly over and over?
The most memorable moment.
Oh wow.
Now I'm gonna give an honest. It's the one I'm in right now for me. And I would say that every day. We've been to some places that wowed me, and the birth of the children, as we both have had to say goodbye to our mothers, the ups, the downs, the beautiful places, but each moment, this moment right now, it's the moment. It's appreciating the right now. And it's just as special as any trip we've taken, the fact we're still here. And I'm just grateful for even this technology to be able to capture our moment. We're not on some big trip. We're sitting in our living room. Matter of fact, getting a rush off to our activities. And this was our way to commemorate our 30th year. You know what? Let's just go live.
What about for you?
I think the most memorable moment, it may not have even come yet, that's one, but if I'm having to be constrained by time, probably was in New Orleans when your mother took a picture of the television. Mad because I was watching ESPN. That probably is the most memorable moment. Her reaction there probably should tell you everything you need to know. That's the reason why I chose that moment there.
All right. Well, thank y'all for this. I hope y'all, encourage any other, young couples and, watching y'all from my point of view is I haven't seen all 30. I've seen half, actually, technically.
All right.
Almost half.
That's right.
But, you guys are definitely an encouragement, and you guys are definitely, I see, great role models when it comes to this, this marriage thing for young couples and people moving forward. Just continue to put God first and y'all marriage and continue to move forward.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
God bless and happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, my dear.
Mhm.